Hey guys, Rocco here. I've digested all week movie news, chewed it up a little bit, and now I'm about to spit you the gold. Alright, this is not your normal news sort of entertainment stuff where we cover all sorts of stupid stories about like Jumanji 2 and what The Rock's going to be doing next. It's not like that. We're covering hardcore, awesome films here and that only. Okay, so our first story is about the new movie from The Rock. Alright guys, this could be it. This could be finally The Rock's rise out of mediocrity. I've been saying it for years. I was hoping Rampage was going to be that, but with the director of San Andreas, we were probably just in for like more Roland Emmerich type of popcorn filler stuff. And that's what we got. But this one is Black Adam. Finally, The Rock is playing a villain. This could be it. And it's one hell of a villain from the DC universe. I would like to draw your attention now to the comics, which originally is Shazam with Black Adam. Now, they're making this Shazam movie as well at the moment, the origin story. It's starring Zachary Levi, whatever. The dude from Chuck, who is also in Thor Ragnarok as one of Thor's buddies. Won't go into the story, don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't read the comics, because it really is one of my favourite DC stories, as well as one of my favourite villains ever in superhero history. But I suggest you check out an animated film from DC. It's called Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. Guys, it only goes about half an hour, I think, but it's awesome. It is really great. If they could translate half of what's in that animated short into the two movies, we got winners here, guys. It could be something that brings, us back to the DC universe. Me, I was a little let down. Well, not a little let down. I was fucking disappointed by Justice League. It was lame. Didn't care about anyone because I didn't know who they were. Everyone's a bit too cool for school in that movie, There's no vulnerability. There's no human side of them in those stories. It's just all Batman, no Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? You don't identify with the guy. You just think, oh, well, he's got wicked gadgets. Why can't he fuck everyone up? Anyway, guys, The Rock has said that he's finally going to start filming, with production, of course, it's not really up to The Rock, next year. So we'll probably get a 2020 release for Black Adam, the villain, but we should be getting a next year release for Shazam. It looks good. We've had a couple of photos of Zachary in his costume from the sets. I don't know if I can show it or not, but I probably will, because, why not? Please let this be don't let him The Rock this movie. Make sure, I hope the director of Black Adam fully just takes control and says, nah man, you got to be evil. You can't be like some cheesy big dude. That's why you can't identify with The Rock. He's not an everyman. You might think he is, but he ain't. Okay, it was the biggest horror film, of all time. Definitely the biggest R-rated opening. I think it even beat out Deadpool. But hey, we're talking about It, and It Chapter 2, which currently is beginning, I think, pre-production. They're starting to, they've got the script done, starting to work out the cast, which brings us to the story. Joining Jessica Chastain as the adult version of Beverly, we've also got rumours of Bill Hader to play Richie, the class comedian who grows up to be a comedian. And the big one, I love this idea for casting, James McAvoy as Bill, the stuttering Bill, the leader of the Losers Club in the original. I don't know what it is about McAvoy. Whenever he's in a movie, he just lends credit to it. I know it's because he's a great actor, but there's just something about him. You just always believe him. It's like, I thought it would be a hard transition to go from Patrick Stewart as Professor X to, a guy with hair, James McAvoy, but it was perfect. He perfected it. You know what he did? He Ewan Obi-Wan'd it.
Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me?
Once they nail out this casting, we are looking for next year, September 7, 2019, It will be released, Chapter 2 in the cinemas. So, hell yeah. So yeah, guys, that's all the news for It Chapter 2 at the moment, but be expecting to hear more when they start casting more. But this TV news is going to focus on the Amazon acquisition of the Lord of the Rings TV series currently in production. Now, I don't know what the story is going to be about. I don't know if they're making up their own Lord of the Rings and they're just going to bring out some Fohammer's tribe that lives somewhere and make their own story. That could be cool, but I would prefer they sort of kept it in the genre of the movies and the books. There's a lot of material and characters from the books that still haven't made it into the movies. Plus, there is a prequel book that has not been made at all yet called The Silmarillion, which deals sort of with Sauron and all that sort of stuff. Amazon acquired it for 120 million. That's without making it. So they're pretty confident this is going to be kick-ass. Also, they have just announced, reason why I'm talking to you, that it's going to run 5 seasons. Guys, that's 5 years of Lord of the Rings on TV. So Lord of the Rings fans, get happy. And if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, well, you're going to have to deal with 5 years of people going, have you seen the Lord of the Rings show? If it's good. Alright kittens, gaming news today is pretty small. There's not much happening. Every man, dog, woman and demigod is waiting for the God of War release on the 20th. There's all sorts of new trailers and gameplay videos out. I'm steering clear of it because I just want to absorb it. I'm going to stream it live. I'm just going to play it and get the hell right into it. I love the look of this. We got a proper game coming from God of War. Not that the others aren't great, but you know, it's not top-down sort of locked camera. It's, yeah, like RPG, third-person killing machine. My hope for the game before it comes out is that he once again attains his Chains of Olympus epic blades and just goes full God of War style, at least once in this game. I know what you're thinking, guys. Sergeant Rocco's not talking about FortNite. Well, cool your jets, because we got a FortNite story. FortNite was down for probably a good nearly 24 hours recently. Kids all over the world were losing their minds. They didn't know what to do. They're walking out on the streets thinking about playing, thinking about, you know, taking up sports and that. But FortNite came back, guys. Turns out they were hacked a little bit. I haven't said it too much. A couple of people have come forward on Twitter claiming the hack, but, you know, people that don't really do things like to claim things when no one claims them as well. Sort of like, you know, bombings as well. It's like, yeah, we did that. Be afraid of us. That type of shit. So yeah, the main news for FortNite is we've had a new update for the people that play Save the World, the actual game part of FortNite. There is a new cyberpunk thing. I went through in one day and totally clocked it all. This is only the opening act for the Cyberpunk Into the Storm DLC, but the heroes, man, they're awesome. The weapons look cool. Some of them not that cool. Sniper rifles a bit of lame on the power, that type of thing. But the rest of them all are awesome. Glowing neon cyberpunk stuff. As well as we got a new mode called Into the Storm, where you've got to fight for 3 or 7 days. And it is an epic battle. Dudes, at the end of the 7-day, level 40, I had nothing left. Like, not even a bullet. I was swinging my sword around at the end trying to kill people for the last 2 rounds. I'm sure the guys that were in there with me were like, what is this Sergeant Rocco doing? But hey, we did it, and I didn't die. So, I was pretty proud of that. Battle Royale got a couple of little updates, you know, like they always do. They just sort of spit out a couple of things to keep them happy. A couple of cosmetics, a couple of costumes, a couple of probably new pickaxes and that. The main addition is the porter base, and that thing, I must admit, I got to try that out. It was pretty damn cool.
That's the door he came out of. Sick! It's got tires in it and shit.
I don't think we could use it in Save the World, but if anyone from Epic Games or FortNite dev team is listening to this, which they're not, but guys, tweet them if you agree, can't we have updated pickaxes in Save the World? Like, is it because we paid for the game or some shit that we get this withheld? Why do free gamers get to do it and the guys that pay for it don't? I would like to see upgraded pickaxes, well, like cosmetic changes to pickaxes to be available in Save the World. Epic Games, pull your head in and get it done. Okay guys, for trailers and clips today, again, not too much out there. We've got the new trailer, the full trailer for Disney and Pixar's Incredibles 2.
It's time to make some wrong things right.
It looks great. I always was still to this day, even with Marvel and the DC Universe, maintain that Incredibles is one of the best, if not in the top 5, but definitely for me, superhero films ever made. That action scene when all the kids finally get together and realise their powers with the parents on the island, I challenge you to watch that scene and tell me there's better action in any superhero live action movie. It's epic. It really is cool. And I'm keen. I loved Incredibles 2 trailer. Like, yeah, I'm so ready for this movie. It looks big scale, big action again, even bigger. New costumes, new characters, and a new villain. So yeah, Incredibles 2, guys. Link will be in the description. Also, Jurassic Park released a little teaser for their trailer that they're dropping on Wednesday. This will be the full trailer to give us a better look at what's going on in this crazy looking movie with a volcanic eruption at the start of it, apparently. I'm interested, guys. If you can't wait till Wednesday, they have an ad with Kyle Lowry from the NBA and the Raptor. I don't know why they have this ad, but they've got an ad and it's got dinosaurs in it, and yeah, I watched it. It was quite unremarkable, but the Raptor thing, the Omniraptor, the new thing, looks cool. It's just taken from film footage. It's absolutely nothing new created for the trailer, but check it out. It'll satisfy your dinosaur needs until the trailer drops. And our last story from Trailers and Clips comes from AMC, the TV channel, the guys that make such cool things like Walking Dead and Breaking Bad and all those sort of cool ones, you know, that are a bit edgy for other channels. Those guys are doing, I think, a 9-part series it is, but we do have some TV spots up to do a documentary series produced and starring James Cameron. He's doing interviews with people, directors, you know, all sorts of scientists and stuff, and he's sort of nutting out the story of science fiction genre. So yeah, it's going to be talking about all sorts of things from time travel in movies to alien invasions to tech to hardware to story to influences from real life. I think it's going to be an interesting show, and James Cameron's just crazy enough to make it interesting. Well guys, we got it all done. That's the news for this video. I hope you are fully aware now of all the cool things that will be happening in entertainment around the world for the next week and coming year. I'll see you real soon for the next video. Be sure to leave a like for more, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Lock up on your way out. Cheers, guys.